You said if you're not going 100%, you're probably not in the lineup, but you must get tired. I mean, I know the OHL or schedule and regimen, it's busier, more travel, probably a few more practices. Is that taking its toll, or you find you're dealing with it?
I feel okay about it, but yeah, at the end of the day, you're definitely tired for sure. But you gotta eat right. You gotta get to bed before the curfew, and you gotta get up for school. So you definitely gotta
easy
get
to
a
sleep.
lot of
You're
rest.
tired at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, I was going to ask you that question. What do you guys do after a game? We know how you prepare for a game, but afterwards, is it like you're ready for bed, or do you need a little time to unwind? You're probably starving after a game. You need to replenish some of that energy a little bit. But
yeah, after the game, sometimes in the dressing rooms, we start to ride the bike a little bit, just in case there's overtimes or stuff like that. But then when you go home, you definitely want to get a quick meal in, and then you just gotta unwind, and then you kind of get relaxed.
Yeah, as soon as the game's over, I usually get home, get something to sleep or get something to eat, and then I'm right into the bed.
What about mentally? Like, are you still thinking about the game? Is it easy to fall asleep, or are you replaying the game in your mind? Maybe even thinking about things that happened on the ice, how the game went, how your performance was.
Yeah, when you get home and you're laying in bed, I guess you're thinking like, oh, I could have done this, I should have done this kind of thing. So I guess the game's still in your mind before you get to sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. After the game, I don't know if a lot of people who are at the games notice, but you guys obviously got here because of your parents and your family and the support. So many, we see them, they'll wait around after every game. I'm sure they're even on the road a lot of times, and you get a quick chance to see your parents. Sometimes maybe you go eat with them or whatever. How great is it and for you, Uxbridge, close, London a little further, but I'm sure they still make the trips whenever they can. Having that support must be huge.
Yeah, it is. They're almost at every Thursday game, so every home game. So I like going up and seeing them after, and all my brothers and my mom and my stepmom. So they're always there, and it's great to see them.
Awesome.
Yeah, same with me. My family tries to get out as much as they can. They got a busy work schedule, but they try and make it happen, and usually before games they're all texting me, can you get me tickets, blah, blah, blah. So, I try and get them some tickets, and, they've all come out and they support me really well after a game. They'll send me some texts and say good job.
Awesome. How often do you talk to your parents, not when you don't see them, calling them every day almost, or are they checking in a lot, seeing how it's going? I know the parents are your biggest fans too, and they want you to be in the lineup all the time. I'm sure there's always that as well.
Yeah, usually I call them every night. I call my mom, call my dad, and just have a good conversation with them before I get to sleep.
Your mom's probably saying, why is that Shifley playing so much more than you? No, just joking.
Yeah.
Other than parents, who has inspired you most in your hockey career? A coach, another player, just in general, maybe one person that you really give a lot of credit for where you are today?
There's actually been a few coaches. My minor midget coach, he was a great guy. He took,
Say his name.
Rob. His name was Rob.
Rob.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, yeah, he was a great guy. He gave me a lot of ice time, so I got a few points that year, and he was a big help.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, same with me. Coaches was definitely a big help for me. First couple of years I had Brad Ostrom, and then I had John Calderosi, and then last year Jeff Hadaway. He was a phenomenal coach, and even this year Dale Howardchuk, Hockey Hall of Famer. So it's definitely coaches definitely help you out.
Those coaches that you had when you were a lot younger, what specific things do you remember about playing for them that have stuck with you?
They definitely they talked to me after the games, and they tried to help me understand the game a little more, and just kind of settle down on the ice. Don't get trying worked up and try and showboat or show off and stuff like that. So
good stuff. We're gonna go to the phone. Susan from Barrie, you're up next. How are you doing tonight, Susan?
I'm great. I'm great. How are you?
Doing well. Question or comment for the guys?
Yeah, I have a question for both of them. First of all, just wanted to say that you both are doing an awesome job, and it's always exciting to come out to the Thursday night game. My question is, how does it feel when you're playing against any childhood friends that you grew up with? If there's on opposing teams, how's that working out for you?
Good question.
This year it's not so bad. I don't even think I've played too many people I've played with, or played against. But coming up this weekend, I think we should play a couple of my buddies, so it should be fun.
Sorry, who are you playing this weekend? A guy you used to play with?
Against, I think.
Oh, against.
Yeah.
Okay. Any of you guys old teammates?
Yeah, Sudbury we're playing against Jeff Corbett, so that'll be great to play against him. It's a little weird because I played with him right from Uxbridge when I was playing AA. We were on the same team, so growing up, we played our whole year together, and then last year was our first year not playing together. So it's always fun playing against him.
Keep in touch a lot.
Yeah.
Cheering for each other, obviously,
Yeah.
but not Thursday.
Not when we're playing against them.
It's interesting during the pregame warm-up. Every once in a while, as the players are skating around before the game, you'll see them look over and nod at a guy or two wearing the other team's uniform, and sometimes that's because of OHL teams that they've played for in the past.
It's a small world.
It can go back even to their minor midget teams too. I mean, these players cross paths, years later down the road.
Absolutely, teammates and guys who play against each other for 10 years plus, and you just make it to this level. Certainly makes it more exciting. You were mentioning, how excited are you to play in London? Haven't played there yet this year, right?
No.
So I know that'll be certainly exciting. The John Labatt Center. I'm sure you've probably played there. I guess when maybe at some point, but not when it was full. I'm sure.
No. Yeah, I played a couple times there when I was a little kid, but next Friday should be a lot of fun if I'm in the lineup. So got a lot of fans coming out. I've been to a lot of Knights games, so it's going to be incredible to play in that.
Did you grow up a Knights fan?
Yeah, I was a huge Knights fan, especially when they won that Memorial Cup. Oh man, I was cheering so hard. It was awesome.
That's awesome. So you did grow up an OHL fan, supporting the Knights. They're big in that town. Just talk about the support they have, and obviously there's great support here too.
Yeah, for sure. In London, they got a full house pretty much every night. I don't know, it's like 9,000 fans or something like that, but. They definitely they cheer you on when you score goals. They're standing up loud and clear, and after the games, there's people outside waiting for autographs and everything. It's
certainly if you've gotten over being nervous before the game, I think you might be nervous next Friday.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Friends and family at hometown game. We've talked to many like that.
Yeah, and players say it's the closest type of feeling you'll get to an NHL game here in junior hockey. I mean, London and Ottawa, really the two buildings you go into, and the crowd's there, and it's going crazy, and it just feels like you're on the big stage.
Absolutely, it'll be an exciting one for Josh. We got another full segment. Not too late to pick up the phones. Colts Corner right here on Rogers TV.
That's awesome. That was a good conversation question too.
Apparently, that's brought you by the friend.
Paul Sadlin Motors, offering new and used Chevrolet, cars, trucks, and Cadillacs. Paul Sadlin Motors, 550 Bayfield Street in Barrie, 726-1811. PaulSadlin.com.
My name is Clement. I am 17. I do have a little brother. He is 5 years younger than me, and despite the fact that we're both blind, we're just normal kids. Sibling rivalries and fights and arguments. Sometimes we play games together, yeah. I find most people tend to have this perception of blindness as a huge physical handicap. Which it isn't.
CNIB, seeing beyond vision loss.
One of our objectives as City Council is to support entrepreneurship in Barrie, to help businesses to succeed. Tune in and find out what we're doing by watching City Council. Rogers TV, Monday nights at 7 p.m.
Hi, I'm Mayor Mike McEachran. Want to know what's going on behind the scenes in your community? Watch Town and New Tecumseh Council on Rogers TV.
Have you been playing McLaren Art Center TV Bingo? It's great fun and it's in the comfort of your own home. There's over $2,500 in prizes, and what a great way to help the Van Gogh program. So join us every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. only on Rogers Cable.
That's right, Mark Scheifele taking part for Team Ontario, along with Tanner Pearson, the league's leading scorer. Ivan Telegan also part of this game with the Russian team. And early on, it's Tanner Pearson in front with a nice feed right there from Cody Ceci. Check out the replay here as Pearson goes down the middle. He was pretty happy about that one. Nice deflection right there. That tied it up at 1 after the Russians had the early lead. Nice goal from Pearson. A little bit later, Mark Scheifele, wearing 39, crashes the net. He doesn't get it in there, but Freddie Hamilton does, giving the OHL their first lead of the game. They led it 3-1 after the first period. Then watch the puck movement here, Cam. The Russians tic-tac-toe.
Wow.
Telegan on the end of it in front. He scores. to make it 3-2. One more look. Look at the quick passing. Nail Yakupov, probably the first overall pick in this year's NHL draft. He was